So stop saying accountability if you don't want to take no damn accountability for your goddamn self. If I hear another white person saying black people need to be accountable, so I'm going to put a stick in your grandma's wheelchair wheel. That's what I'm going to do, man. If another white person says black people need to take accountability, maybe talk about some dumb shit like a video of somebody fighting on a cruise ship or somebody cut line at the DMV. Really dumb shit. The things white people be concerned about, I'd be like, motherfucker, you are the most dumb, petty mofo. They're all white Americans who are running around on the internet talking about black people need to learn to take accountability for themselves. And they're putting this on things that are very trivial. You know, when black people take the corner, they get cut in line on the freeway. I mean, it's like we want to like you people, but then you do things like that. Man, everybody be rushing to go to work. I used to go to work every day. I used to work downtown D.C. Tough traffic. I don't know if it's the worst traffic in the world, but it's tough traffic. And I say to every color, person, orientation, gender, try to get ahead, try to take a corner, every. But if you black and you hear somebody not black saying, this is what's wrong with black people, they take the shoulder in traffic. What if everyone does that? See, black people don't have to be accountable. They want to break the rules. And I'm like watching these young people, young black people sit there. We do that. Yeah, that's what black people do. Like, what the hell is going on, man? And they're putting this on things that are very trivial. Bullshit. Someone stole some Snickers. People went into the gas station and took candy and left. They took cigarettes and gum and chips and assorted Danishes. And they ran out. Oh my God. You know how many billions of dollars white people pilfered from Haiti? Billions of dollars. Under these rules, we're going to rebuild Haiti, and they put all that money in their goddamn pockets. White people did that. Not black people. White people did it. And you know what I haven't heard you do? I haven't heard you go on a rant on Twitter going, white people need to take accountability. If I could tell you how many sex rings, pedophile rings, pedophile rings, human trafficking. I just saw a story. I don't think I put it out because I know YouTube ain't gonna let me like monetize it and all this shit and ain't gonna give me no reach on it because of the nature of it. There's a white sheriff right now that a judge, I think it is, who was pimping out all the women in the women's prison for favors in this town. Just pimping them out. And if you act right, maybe it helps save your sentence. And if you don't, you never get out of jail. Yeah, and we're going to have a party. We're going to let you out to come have a party at Bob's. And Bob and all his friends get a turn. And then we take you back to the prison. If you act right, maybe you can get it home. Maybe I can shave 90 days off your sentence. But if you don't act right, you'll be here for an additional 3 years. This is something that white people need to hold themselves accountable for. I saw the same thing happen with another judge who was putting all the kids in the town in the juvenile detention centers and throwing away the key because he was getting the kickback for filling the beds at the juvenile detention center. A couple of the kids eliminated themselves out of depression. I have not seen Elon Musk. And I know he must have just missed that story or he would have definitely retweeted it and talked about how bad it was and how white people need to be more accountable. Yeah, it's funny how accountability works. They show videos of 3 black women fighting in the street. Oh, they need to be accountable. But they forget to show Ukraine and Russians and white violence, where thousands of people have been killed that we're paying for. And no one says somebody got to be accountable. Yeah, no accountability. Church bombings. Where's the accountability for the church bombings? All the stuff that white Americans could get blamed for. I mean, it's a mostly white country. Most of this stuff is done by white people. To this day, when there's some mass shooting or mass thing that happens, black people always kind of clench up because we're like, we hope it's that. That's because it rarely is, because it's so many white people with guns. They got all the ammo. Nobody even talks about the shit they do no more. I mean, white people went to a church and shot it up with black people, Christians praying at the church, minding their damn business. And no one says, white people need to be accountable. None of them say white people need to be, but I keep seeing white people say black people need to take accountability. And it's like they're getting these talking points from someone is telling them. And you know what? I think I say, it's got to be someone black who's been feeding these talking points that made it okay. Because once upon a time, most white people didn't want to be called a racist piece of garbage. But now, because you got Candace Owens and Officer Tatum, tanked them, and these types of people, it become acceptable. You got Jesse Lee with his mushmouth ass. All it becomes acceptable. These people try to give people carte blanche. Give them a bypass to be as dumb as they want to be and say the most asinine nonsense. Look, I got no problem with people being accountable for what they do. You first. Be accountable for 300 years of slavery, 100 years of Jim Crow, and 50 years ago giving us basically human rights, equal to your rights. Only 50 years ago. That's it. For black people, real freedom in this country is only 50 years old. And I got white people going, black people need to be accountable. They don't say white people need to be accountable for that shit at all. Oh, no, of course not. Redlining would actually put a line around black neighborhoods, say, anybody here, don't give them loans. Anybody inside the red line. And I got white people going, black people need to be accountable. What about white people in the banks being accountable for that shit? Oh, no, that's why you got to go there, Tim? I want to talk about the Carnival Cruises. I want to talk about the Southwest Airlines situation I saw on a video clip on X. Why you want to get serious and start talking about graduation and money and payments and people's appraisals for their homes and bank loans and percentages of borrowing and interest rate differences and car sale price differences? Why you want to start naming real shit we can quantify, Tim? Let's just stick to talking abstractly about dumb videos we saw on this racist-ass platform by this fake-ass African-American white dude. We want to use that as a barometer. We don't want to look at the numbers. So stop saying accountability if you don't want to take no damn accountability for your goddamn self. And you know what? Some of them pictures of the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, the 50s and 60s, all the way up to 70s, I see a white woman spitting at black children who just wanted an education. Some of them is your grandmothers. So I'm making that shit sound like it's 5 generations ago. Wasn't that long ago? We can still find them. Jerry Jones is in one of them pictures. Jerry Jones right now, what's he doing? Owning a football team. And what's the people doing who he was spitting on, didn't want to come to school? Huh? Bet you now owning a football team. Huh? But you know, accountability.
The Tim Black Show streams Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wolfpack.